Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, world. It's good to be back here today for the second installment of this program for this week. Today, Tuesday. Thank you for joining us on Morning Spring on your station of dial, actually, your award winning station, Western Spring Television, where we say it as it is. Femi Ojo is my name, and I welcome you. In fact, we will welcome you. Good morning, madam. How do you do?
Good morning, Famiojo.
Yeah,
I'm all right. And you?
very well, thank you.
Okay, good morning to our dearest viewers. Welcome to Tuesday, 17th day of December. It's just a few days to Christmas.
Right, that's what it is. And of course, the atmosphere is upon us.
Oh,
The mood is there already.
always there.
Always there, right?
Right. The cold is getting more
For you, it's
intense.
just about the weather condition and all of these things. But it's good. It's what it is actually. So if you're alive, you should be up and grateful as we are
Yeah.
actually. And we look at the headlines on this program, and then we then get talking about different issues. And today will not be an exception. We'll do just that, only that in a more excellent way. But then before we go to the papers, yesterday was one for the books, one for the records, actually, especially on the sporting
Yeah.
scene for Nigeria. We know carry last at this time.
At all. We no carry last too.
At the CAF Awards that held in Marrakesh in
Yes,
Morocco,
Morocco.
actually, the number one male footballer in Africa, is a Nigerian again.
Yeah.
From Victor Osimhen, he passed it down
To-
to Ademola Lookman. So
Oh, you shouldn't have given it to them now. You'd have
Why?
just left them. in
everybody knows.
suspense till
There
it's
is no more news. Something that I held
Yeah.
last night, almost 7 hours later,
Yes.
there's no more news
Actually
actually.
true, but some persons are still not aware.
What?
Some persons will still not be aware.
That's why they have this program for us to inform them. Ademola Lookman,
Yeah.
Super Eagles forward and Atalanta forward. He plays for Atalanta in Italy. He's number one. Again from Victor Osimhen, who at that time was with Napoli in Italy, another Italian Serie A player in Super Eagles color has won it again. And you need to see the guy yesterday. You feel Nigerian. I
Yeah.
forgot this morning. Actually, I've been donning a white and green clothes.
Right?
Actually, but I got to the studio before I remember that. Okay, I could have done that. You feel proud as a
Yeah, we're
Nigerian.
actually proud.
He
We're
wore
very
his
proud.
green agbada, showing forth
Showing forth
his root
country,
as a
yeah.
Yoruba person, and of course Nigerian in nature. It was all there, in the designer agbadas with the leke as well, with his caps. The cap wasn't even staying well, he just managed.
Yes.
He's not used to it. The guy has dreads, so the thing wasn't. But it was suit, and he was there with his parents, proud parents actually.
Of course, it
That was
wouldn't
what
be.
he did. And not just Ademola Lookman, Namaka Nadozie,
Yeah, not
yeah.
does he?
Nadozie. She is the safest aunt in Africa. Talking about women, she
Oh.
got the goalkeeper of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have gotten more with the African Footballer of the Year female as well. But then
Yeah,
we make
but-
do with that.
Yeah, we're
And in the
content
team
and
of the
we're-
year as well, many Nigerians were there. We'll get into that in the course of the program. But then it's a good one. It's not just about gloom and doom and sad
All
stories
over,
every
yeah.
day. So let's brighten your day with the heroics of the Nigerian footballers, both male and female, who did well. In the female category as well, many Nigerians, Super Falcons were there. Aziza Toshoala, Rashida Tajibade, and all of them were there as well. We'll get to that and talk in details and what it means, for Nigerian football moving forward. How many Nigerians has won it? Actually, maybe, I think Nigerians contingent, let me let the cat out of the bag. We have time for that. But for now, we'll take this quick break. And when we return, we go right into what the headlines are reeling today from our major dailies. Stay with us. All right, starting with the Daily Trust today, the Daily Trust newspaper. EFCC's largest single bust. 193 foreigners, 599 suspected Nigerian crypto fraudsters arrested. with a rider, weak systems are responsible for fraudulent activities. That's coming from experts. 193 foreigners, 599 suspected Nigerian crypto fraudsters. And here you can see, I think those that have been arrested, you can see them on the floor there. And these are the issues being followed at this time. Suspect arrested for crypto fraud and, romance scam, by operatives of the EFCC. One would say that's a good one. If once they are good with their intelligence and they have gone for the bust, done their job within the confines of the law, that's the way it should be. But many Nigerians will say, can you please extend that, to the big guys, so to speak, as well, the big politicians, the ones in government, the ones who have been in government before, and stop hiding, to say you won't release their name, to say it will hamper your investigations. No, in as much they are Nigerians, in as much, even if they are not Nigerians, they are Nigerian soil, and they have been, apprehended by the Nigerian rules. This same rule in which these guys are sitting on the floor, bowing their heads, should apply even to the big guys as well, because that will serve more deterrence. Most of these guys, Nigerians, don't even know them, actually. Yeah. But guys that have a face, that have a profile, and they have done what is against the law, and they have been apprehended by the law, can you extend this same thing, protocol, to them? Or if not, let everybody remain nameless, if actually that's the way it should be, actually. Because if the big guys, if you make examples of them, Nigerians will fall in line.
We'll learn.
Not these ones that are, for the want of a better word, nameless, faceless. You do them anyhow because the law permits it. But the big thieves, you say you don't have to, name and shame them. Mm-hmm. If we will not do that, maybe we are not ready. But it's a good one for the FCC. Absolutely. That maybe they are working. But let every bird be, handled
Tom, Dick, and Harry get the same thing.
In as much as the law that is guiding everyone. All right. Away from that, confusion at CCT as Umar Kogo Parade sells as chairman. Interesting. Danladi Umar was the former chair of the CCT. I wonder why he's still being regarded, or is he regarding himself, as the CCT chair. Now, federal government approves 2025 budget. Shift presentation to Wednesday. Okay, the approval. That means it has a cabinet approval. It means after the cabinet has approved that budget, the president will now go for presentation to say, this is what my cabinet has approved. I'm presenting it to the National Assembly. You guys should get to work on it. And the presentation will be tomorrow, Wednesday. Now, FEC renames Uni Abuja Yakubu Gowon University. All right. Yeah. Security forces kill 8,034 terrorists in 2024. Gallant officers, please keep going. Do what you have to do. And please, let's keep the intensity of the war. Let's take the battle to them, But on this one about the renaming of Uni Abuja University, some will say it's a welcome development. Some might want to frown at it as well. Remember when the University of Lagos was to be renamed under Goodluck Jonathan as Moshood Abiola University. It's generated so much ripples and pushback. But that plan was actually cancelled. Yeah. Okay. We hope this one will go through. All right. But then it has been done by the Federal Executive Council. That will be all from the Daily Trust for today.
And on The Guardian this morning, we have inflation bites harder as Nigerians await federal government's food import duty waiver. We can see the ratio there. We have for 2024, 2023, up to 2017, or from 2017 to 2024. So more details, you can visit page 6 of the newspaper. So we have Nigeria, others explore measure to reduce $74 billion debt servicing burden. Wow. And our beautiful good news this morning. Lukman Nadozie Falcons emerge Africa's best at CAF Awards. Yeah, that's beautiful news this morning. And we have Defense Chief orders probe of Okwama leader's death. Tinubu approves new service terms for military personnel. We also have Lukman, Obasanjo ex-leaders must unite opposition to defeat Tinubu in 2027. Okay, here we go again, politics. Okay. Supreme Court fines Owuru 5 million naira for frivolous suit against Tinubu. 792 arrested as EFCC gets tough with cryptocurrency fraud syndicate. And we have Shell's Bonga investment to boost Nigeria's oil output by 110,000 barrels per day. And that will be all on The Guardian this morning.
All right, from The Guardian, we move to the Nigerian Tribune for today. Nigerian Tribune, 2025 budget, 13 trillion naira deficit to be financed through borrowing. A deficit to be financed through borrowing. That's from the finance minister. All right, with Orida, Riders, FEC approves 2025 budget proposal and budget presentation to NAS to hold tomorrow. All right, beside that, Olagunjo wins Best Columnist Award at NMMA. Olagunjo wins Best Columnist Award at NMMA. Tinubu names Uni Abuja after Yakubu Gowon. Declares free train ride nationwide for Yuletide. All right, and that came yesterday as well. But that same yesterday, there was a news actually that a particular worker or staff of the Nigeria Railway Corporation was selling tickets meant for free train ride. The train ride, as from yesterday, the declaration was supposed to be free, right? But then somebody, somewhere, a staff member of the NRC allegedly was selling, tickets instead of the ride to be free. And these are what you see. That sometimes, even when governments, handlers of government have good intentions, there are some individuals that will still be unfortunate. They will still move mad and make a mess of these good gestures. And then the people will still take it back to say the government are liars. So what happens? There's supposed to be a system that will checkmate this kind of individuals. That will make a sample of them. That's where we start from. Let's start making naming and shaming. And it's not because it's a junior officer you can name, but when it's a senior officer, then the person has no name and is nameless. And these are some of the issues.
After nameless people this morning
as well. Is that not our reality? That's our reality.
Actually, sadly,
when it concerns the big guys, then they hide under all kind of lacunas in the law to say, oh, you can do this. The battle of jurisdiction about courts will go for like 6 months, and then the case is reassigned, then they start again, and all of these issues. But when it's the petty guys, you see them in court, you see them with mugshot, you see them paraded, barefooted on the floor. Some of them don't wear clothes.
Whereas the big shots, like you say, will just stroll into the court.
And they will be, you see fan beside them doing the work of, these are some of the issues. Now, there is a picture here, which you have Governor Jide Sanwo-Olu holding check with the chairman of the UBA, Mr. Tony Olumelu, there during the presentation of 500 million naira to Lagos State Security Fund by UBA Foundation for Corporate Social Responsibility arm of the bank held at Lagos House yesterday. All right, so that's a good one. Security is everybody's business, from the corporate to individual. Let's support. And with that topic, UBA donates 500 million naira to Lagos State Security Trust Fund. That will do something. Big ups to them. Now, food prices rise as Nigeria's inflation hits 34.6% in November 2024. That was last month. Food prices rise as Nigeria's inflation hits 34.6% in November 2024. This is a reality. That's general inflation. Because food inflation is way more than that, more than 40%. And these are the issues. In fact, the reality is, if anybody has a plan to do something in Nigeria. The moment you have some money, please go ahead
Yeah,
and do it.
because waiting for
Don't wait
saying,
for any time
maybe
that
I'll push it to next month or next tomorrow.
and then maybe the
by
price
the
will
next
come
day,
down.
oh,
The story might not be the same, and that is the reality all year long as well. And you see the numero uno footballer in Africa, male category, Ademola Lookman, flanked by the president of CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and of course FIFA president Gianni Infantino. Ademola Lookman beaming your smiles. You know what they say about success is success has many parents. Actually, everybody wants to lay, oh, this is Nigeria, this is ours right now. You know, the social media was at GOG last night, actually. And instead of just celebrating Ademola Lookman, you know, shades were being thrown all over. Trust Nigerian Twitter guys, ex-guys, to always do whatever they want to. Shades was thrown to, you know, Tammy Abraham, because all of them were mates before in England colors before Ademola Lookman left England to come and pledge his allegiance for Nigeria. And, you know, Tammy Abraham has kind of faded away, and just celebrate Ademola and look.
That's it. The
Abraham,
truth is,
you know, we
everyone
must throw that shot everywhere.
We all can be first.
And, you
all
know,
can come first.
another shot was thrown at South Africa yesterday. The banter was high.
We are used to that.
It's for
South
them to
Africa
say,
and
oh,
Ghana.
no, you can keep the best goalkeeper on the continent. You can keep the whatever. But the number one belongs to South Africa. And those guys as well, they are always ready to throw whatever comes with it. Ademola Lookman is Africa's best player of the year. Nnadozie retains best goalkeeper. Retains. That means she's the best goalkeeper for the second year running. On the continent. That's a big one. Super Falcons women's team of the year. The ladies of Nigeria, they are the best team in Africa as far as the, you know, so big one for the ladies. Ladies know they too disappoint like that, especially on the African continent. But guys, but then I think all things is working together. All things are working together like that. And FARC shared
in Nigeria.
FARC shared 12.918 trillion naira. So federal government, states, local governments in 11 months recorded unprecedented gross revenue of 3.143 trillion naira in November 2024. EFCC arrested 193 foreigners, 599 other crypto fraud suspects in Lagos. That will be all from the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, and we move over to the Punch. 2025 budget. FEC orders final adjustments as Tinubu presents Wednesday. And the writer there says, late signing won't disrupt January to December cycle. Federal government. FEC OK's budget after amendments. Now we have tax reforms will promote equity, Tinubu. PSC, that's Public Service Commission, promotes 11 police commissioners to AIG. Wow, okay.
Nice one.
And Lakura DHQ steps up intelligence gathering plans, special operation. 148 Chinese, 645 others arrested for cyber fraud, romance scams in Lagos. That's a good one. Rising food prices drive inflation to 34.6% high. Wow. 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 That's all I can say. Punch shines at NMMA Award, sweeps 11 awards. Okay. Lookman crowned CAF Africa Best Footballer. Again and again and again and again and again. And that'll be all for the Punch this morning.
All right. And we'll take this quick break right now. When we return, we speak to issues as well. You know, many things. The first leg of the conversation will actually be about, some conversation around the conservative leader, in Labour leader, that's Kemi Badenoch, who had, maybe he's had a Nigerian background. Of course, she has a Nigerian background, but then the manner in which she has been speaking recently has been getting so many persons worried and upset and angry to say, Kemi Badenoch, you're supposed to be a Nigerian, even if you have pledged your allegiance to the king, that's in England, or the UK rather. And you might want to speak your truth, but it looks like, you know, it's a vendetta to throw Nigeria under the bus. Every opportunity she gets, she runs down, allegedly, the institutions of the state and make Nigeria look like an uninhabitable place. But many persons are saying, what has Kemi said that's a lie in all of these? Is it because it's Kemi Badnoch that's saying it? If any other person that is a Nigerian within Nigeria said it, will it be fine? Or maybe there is more than meets the eye. You know, we speak to an analyst this morning who will shed more light on that conversation, you know, about, yes, the sovereignty of Nigeria is there, the sovereignty of the UK is there. Now, there's somebody in between who has moved from this side to the other side, but who wouldn't let things happening on this side stay without talking about it. Some will say she has a truth to tell. We'll look into that. Please stay with us.